most excited for is to see my freshmen from last year grow up a little bit. I think I'm excited to see it all come together. The chemistry is just better 1 year later. I'm excited to see what my newcomers can bring. We're in kind of year 2 of rebuilding, and it's fun. It's fun right now, but I think having it all come together and figure each other out is something I'm really excited about. My kids have worked really hard too, so I want it to pay off for them, and I'm excited to see that happen. I have about half my team is returning, more than half honestly, and I think people who will have a big impact this year, Abby Shane certainly was our leading scorer last year, and honestly I thought she had kind of a tough year as a freshman coming in. She had to play a lot of minutes because of where we were as a team, and I've just seen her work really hard this offseason, and her growth has been incredible. She's really been just lighting it up in the gym, so I'm excited for her to have a sophomore year. I think Delaney Wilhelm, certainly. She's worked a ton this offseason, and her game is just on another level, and honestly she gets celebrated every day in my gym by her teammates. So Brooke Lonegro for sure. She's a hard worker, one of the hardest workers I've ever coached, so she's really primed for a big year, I think. She's been working on parts of her game that she struggled with, and I'm seeing that pay off for her in practice. So those three certainly will. I think inside too, Diamond and Kelly Carpenter will have big years for us as well. Again, 1 year removed and grown up a little bit. The post is the hardest to come in as a freshman, I think. You just kind of get bodied up, and you kind of learn what it's like in there. So both of them are ready to come back and be big. And Allie Gordon, again, certainly too, will have a big year. She's my only 4-year player, and brings a lot of experience, and she's having fun playing with all the young kids. So I think she'll have a big year for us as well. They want to win the conference, so it's very difficult to win the conference, and they're very young, but that's certainly a dream. If not this year, in the near future. They're gunning for that. They want that. They're working for that. They're dreaming about that. For me, certainly we have to make our conference tournament. That's goal number 1. It's been a while since this program has made it, and literally 2 years ago we couldn't even win a game in a conference. So that's a big goal for us, is to get there, to make that top 6. I'd like to be competitive at the top with the top teams, and beat some of them certainly, but the goal is to first get in and then maybe do some damage down the road. So 15 of my 17 are underclassmen, which is just crazy. I think that's one of my big emphasis of the year, is to get them to learn to lead their best friends, which is really difficult. Most teams, you have this, your upperclassmen, your juniors and seniors are your leaders, and you're all conference kids, and you're your impact players, and I certainly have a little bit of that, but my team and then your freshmen are down here, but my team's kind of like this, so high talent in the youth and leaders and all that kind of stuff. So we're weird and we're different, but I'm very upfront about that with them, that you have to lead your best friends, and that's difficult. It's easy to be a senior and lead baby freshmen coming in, but when you have to lead these people that you're hanging out with and that you're closest to, that's hard. I'm really big on what does it mean to be accountable to each other, what does it mean to trust each other, what is our culture like, how do we do things here, and what is that, they have to set that for themselves. I've told them, this is your team, so you have to take it and you have to make it what you want it to be. If you want it to look a certain way, then you have to be the ones that make it that way. I can tell you things, but you got to create it and you got to believe in it. So that's a big emphasis for us this year. Sure, we want to kick it on the court, but we also gotta learn to be together and learn to fight together and believe together and trust each other. So we're just baby steps in that. So that's a big thing, is that my young kids have to grow up quicker than most teams if they want to accomplish what they want to accomplish.